So friends, we continue to keep track of the news and events on the front lines of Ukraine and Russia. And today I have some very good news for you. So let's get right into it. Yesterday, late in the evening, new information and maps were updated. It was confirmed that the settlement of Staromayorske has been liberated in the vicinity of Velika Novosilka. On July 27, 2023, personnel from the 35 Separate Marine Brigade, named after Rear Admiral Mikhail Ostrogradsky, along with their comrades from the 7th Separate Alley Battalion, liberated the settlement of Staromayorske in Donetsk region. Additionally, Ukrainian forces have advanced almost 2 kilometers towards the village. As a result, the front line has been pushed back from Staromayorske and Urozhaine, and now it seems that the next target for the Ukrainian forces is the liberation of a village called Zapovitne Bajanya. But I want to point out that while Staromayorske is an important point on the map, the main objective is Staromlynivka. Staromlynivka serves as a stronghold for the occupiers, being the apex of second line of defense in this location. From there, it provides operational space for the advancement of the Ukrainian armed forces towards the Azov Sea. But before we continue, I kindly ask you to like, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest news. Now let's continue with the frontline review. In the Zaporizhia direction, no new advances have been reported so far, but there was another strike in the area of Tokmak yesterday. Details are yet to be confirmed, but it is most likely that a Russian ammunition depot was hit. In the Kherson direction, after the breakthrough to the left bank, there is currently a lull, and it appears that preparations are underway for significant changes. Occupant forces are fortifying their positions to prevent any breakthrough by the Ukrainian forces and are engaging in shelling. In the Avdiivka direction, the occupiers continue relentless shelling of the front line, delivering strikes up to 15 kilometers deep. The Russians, as before, are attempting to break through and consolidate their positions on the outskirts of Avdiivka, but their efforts have been unsuccessful. And further south in Marinka, battles are also ongoing. However, the Ukrainian armed forces are holding their defense and the front line remains unchanged. In the Bakhmut direction, Ukrainian forces continue their movement in the areas of Klishivka and Andriivka, and the front lines gradually moves towards the encirclement of Bakhmut. It's important to note that the Ukrainian forces have secured vital heights and are seriously bombarding the occupiers. The Russian troops are attempting to break through in the Khromovo area to improve their situation, but the initiative is currently in favor of Ukraine. And in the Kremina and Siversk areas, the occupiers are shelling, and there have been attempts to advance through the forest towards Serebryanka. However, the Ukrainian forces are holding their positions despite the support of heavy equipment from the Russian side. In the Svatovo area, there have been no new changes along the front line, but the occupiers are launching attacks in the Novoselivsk area and amassing forces in Kovalivka and Traigorodka. These areas have only recently come under their control, and new attacks are expected. In the Dvorichna area, there have been significant shelling, but no offensive actions are currently taking place. The occupiers are refraining from conducting powerful attacks, even though the proximity to Russian territory makes it easier to transfer ammunition and equipment. However, substantial artillery preparation is ongoing. In the Sumy region, the Ukrainian bodyguards foiled an attempt by a Russian reconnaissance and sabotage group to enter the country. According to reports, the main task of the Russian saboteurs was to locate Ukrainian defensive positions and carry out various activities, including laying mines to harm Ukrainian soldiers. And continuing with the topic of mine clearance, the State Emergency Service of Ukraine has reported that they have discovered and neutralized over 415,000 explosive devices to date. A total of 917 square kilometers of territory have been cleared, and this is only 0.5% of the mine territory. Experts emphasize that decades of demining work lie ahead. Ukraine is the most heavily mined country in the world, surpassing Afghanistan and Syria. However, it's essential to understand that explosive devices are no joke. As reported by the Ministry of Internal Affairs, there was an explosion at the trade union's house in Odessa. Preliminary information suggests that a grenade detonated. But the topic of explosions doesn't end there. It has become known about an explosion and fire at an oil depot in Shakhtarsk. According to preliminary information, it was caused by Ukrainian forces' hits. Meanwhile, near the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, there were reports of explosions as confirmed by experts from the International Atomic Energy Agency. Oleg Korykov, the head of the State Nuclear Regulatory Inspectorate, reported on the matter, stating, "Recently, we have received information from International Atomic Energy Agency representatives who are constantly present at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant that identified mines have been found." The latest information indicates that explosions were heard on July 26 and 27th. According to the Institute for the Study of War, the Kremlin and Russian propaganda needs have intensified efforts to portray the Ukrainian counteroffensive as a failed operation. President Vladimir Putin claimed on July 27 that Russian forces destroyed 39 armored vehicles out of 50 used by Ukrainian forces during intense assaults on the Zaporizhzhia direction. Putin also stated that Russian forces killed 60% of Ukrainian ground troops involved in these assaults and 40% of Ukrainian pilots in the area. The Institute for the Study of War Analysts noted that Putin's previous claims regarding Ukrainian counteroffensive operations indicated the destruction of an incredible number of Ukrainian equipment, while his latest figures point to an exaggeration of Ukrainian casualties. Additionally, Russian military correspondents have also claimed to have destroyed dozens of Ukrainian armored vehicles, celebrating these supposed losses as evidence of the failure of the Ukrainians' counteroffensive. And lastly, American Abrams tanks could arrive in Ukraine as early as September. Politico reports that the US plans to transfer several tanks to Germany for final refurbishment before sending them to Ukraine. According to a representative from the US Congress, the initial batch will include 6 to 8 Abrams tanks, and in total, the US intends to provide 31 tanks, equivalent to 1 Ukrainian battalion. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.